Okay, so now that I've got all that business out of the way, let's keep going. I hate doing outros. It, it should be kind of obvious with how I handle my content for YouTube, but I hit record and I go. But if I'm going to do a first episode for any game, especially for a game that I'm digging, I like to do that, like, extra outro, just, you know, in case people need the extra information. But hey, so I was talking about, like, feedback stuff and various things, with the, like, unique weapon effects. And I think that's going to be something I perseverate on a little bit, because I think that's going to be what really sets apart a lot of this gameplay from humdrum to, like, super good. And maybe that's not the case. Maybe people believe otherwise. But I've played a very select number of games with, like, really cool procedural generation or interesting effects on items, and the ones that I have always stood out more so than I think others. Not exactly in the same vein as procedural generation, but I was playing Wolcen recently. And one thing I really digged about Dig Dug. One thing I really enjoyed about that game was the, no, I guess it did hit me after all. One thing I really enjoyed about that game that most other games don't immediately do was it had, a fairly, like, intense amount of character customization and, like, ability customization. I remember one of the first things I found in the game was an upgrade that made it so your projectiles did less damage, but every projectile you fired was doubled. And I've just been, like, craving more games to kind of play around with that sort of thing. And maybe this is kind of my perspective of just, like, I don't care if a game is balanced as much as, like, rule of cool. Is it fun? Whoops. I love the fact that there's arrows stuck into this man's face. That is a nice touch. We might stick with bow and arrow for more than I need to, just because of that. There we go. Phew. I dig the bow. We're probably going to want to do bow and double daggers, if anything. Oh. Ow, ow, ow. A goof. Okay. So the turrets don't aim up as much. I don't think. But the minigunners will. But they will stay aimed in that direction, regardless of whether or not it's sane. Let's see. Do we have anything else there? Well, we do have one crazy pants option. Okay, there is something up there. But I don't think I can leap of faith. Oh. Did I miss this? Oh boy. I really missed that. Alright. We're going back. Bias towards the bow because the arrows stick in the enemies' faces. It's super cool. Like, there are not enough games that have arrows just stuck in enemies. Oh, I'm trying to remember. I've played too many games at this point, but I've definitely played a couple of games where, like, I just end up pincushioning an enemy as a result of, you know, just shooting massive amounts of projectiles in them. And it just stays in their faces forever. Maybe it was Skyrim or something. But it was really satisfying just seeing this, like, dead enemy just utterly filled to the brim with projectiles of all sorts. Hey, that's useful. Do we want to... I'm going to risk it. I'm assuming... Smart thing would be those checkpoints are unlocked automatically. Actually, hello! Oh. These guys are... There we go. The little guys don't provide resources if they're spawned from the weird nest thing. Okay. Actually, oh wait. Oh, no. We plagued him. Dang it. Oh! The side of that platform is fake. That's what's going on here. I was wondering about that. I was like, wait a second. Why can't I get on this? The answer is, I just kept dropping down. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we're going the right way. What is this? Probably nothing. Oop. Okay, so charge is an animation cancel, and a good one at that. Gotta remember. Let's see. Now, did we branch? Either we branched or... No, that door is still locked. Wait, no, that door is not still locked. That door... There's probably a locked door there that I've just bypassed that I should have probably ogled a bit. Hi. The little guy was waiting for me. That's mean. Okay, this looks like a fancy. Please don't be a falchion. Yes! Daggers! Hell yeah! The amount of people that are just dropping by to be like, this reminds me of Dead Cells, is honestly amusing. One thing I'm noticing, and I don't actually know if this is the case, but it seems like there might be a little bit of a bias against fast-shooting weapons. Or not fast-shooting, but slow-shooting. Or slow swinging, I guess. I'm noticing with the dagger I'm getting a lot of ammo back and ability power. And I don't know if it's based on damage or number of hits. But it feels like I'm getting a lot more back using these daggers. And maybe it's just the fact that these daggers are nuts. Okay, ammo is hits. And I feel like that might not be a good idea, to some small degree. If only because, like, with the Falchion, I had really, like, long build-ups and wind-ups on my hits, which more or less meant that I couldn't really, like, spec into range. I think it would work if maybe, like, Falchions gave you, 2 ammo per hit instead. Same thing with ability power if it isn't that already. Just because, I mean, having it based on, like, damage as a meter, so, like, say you only need to do, like, X percentage of damage, whoops, to get a piece of ammo back, that might balance it a little bit better. Now, here's the question. Okay, I don't even get ability charge. Oh, boy. I'm staying the heck away from that. Though, it does look like the toxic aura is actually... It does work. Like, I might want to spec further into that just for using it... Or abusing enemies. Question. Oh, no. Huh? Yeah, I guess I can actually make that jump. I was just like, can I make that? Because, yeah, I'm seeing really heavy dual dagger bias. Just based on how the mechanics are currently organized. Maybe that's super intentional. Maybe somebody's just a dual dagger stan. Maybe somebody played like a buttload of Phantasy Star as a kid like me. And is just like, yeah, dual daggers. And everybody else is like, what? No. There's other weapons. Dual daggers. Okay, staying away from that for a second. Okay. There we go. Oops. Stay away from that for a second. Wait. I think sticking that arrow in that man's brain did not do him any favors. Everything's a machine gun user around here. Man, if we could get a machine gun, especially with this, ooh, that'd be good. It looks like, no, there's not actually anything here. Okay, let's heal up a bit. Okay, where are we? Where are we headed? I don't think I've missed anything. I'm trying to be particular about not missing secrets, but it doesn't look like there's too many. They're here and there. Okay, got that. Got daggers. We're going to want to take these back and upgrade them sooner than later. I think these daggers also have a plague element to them, which is good stuff. Okay, give me that Healy juices. Give me them fast. I am dying out here. It's weird. The level design is honestly fairly linear, and yet I'm constantly checking the map to be like, am I going the right way? Bad. Exercise 1 in the armory. Ooh. Oh, this ain't the armory. That's the oratory. Wait. What is the armory? Guess we'll find out as we go along. Let's see. I should upgrade my bow. Boy, we have a lot of stuff. See, 11% extra health might not be a terrible idea. Yeah, let's go for hail and hardiness more than anything else. Tether break damage. Critical strike chance by 8%. These are all fairly normal. Okay, let's start busting some things down. So we don't... I mean, honestly, pretty big on the daggers. I'll probably keep these two around just in case. But yeah, let's waste a lot of money on good things. Sell a lot of these. You know what? I might be a little bit silly. No, I'll give myself a little bit of credit here. I would actually say one feature that I would request sooner than later would be a loot filter. There is almost no reason in this game to pick up white items past like the very beginning. Like once you have one of everything. Okay, no. If you find a new piece of gear, there's also that. Let's see, do I have enough? No, not even close. So, I don't know where the armory is. Because, yeah, we had forge... Oh! Armory! That's just the location. Duh. Alright, there we go. I was just figuring it was another... it was another structure like the other one. Oh, so me. Brain. Okay.
The space is on lockdown, of course. Sorry, boys, but you're in the way.
Okay, don't have anything here. What was I saying? I was talking about something, and then I've totally forgotten. The whole, where the heck is the armory? Is baking my brain. Oh, right, loot filters. maybe it's not so bad, but it's kind of one of those where it's just like, it just gets kind of boring after a certain point, salvaging all white items. I guess the alternative to a loot filter would actually just be a salvage all of X quality in the armory, just so you don't have to spend X amount of time just dealing with a bunch of trash loot that you have no immediate use for. I gotta check something. Still 7% chance to plague. Now, if that was affected by my talent tree in the oratory, I could see that being super good. I probably should have upgraded my bow. That would have helped. I don't know how much it would have helped, but it would have actually been a good idea. So I think actually with a... Jesus, I'm taking a lot of damage here. Okay, let's heal back up. Let's see. But yeah, I guess I've just been playing a lot of games with randomly generated loot of various varieties. And it's interesting seeing how each game handles it. Ooh, that's a purple ring. That's... Cross our fingers and hope it's good. Crit strike chance and damage while barrier is active. Exciting. Admittedly, we don't have barrier, but whatever. So maybe that actually isn't as good. Well, whatever, it has about the same effects as what I'm using anyway. Nope. Aha! Suck it, gun. Oh. Activate. That's what I'm doing. But yeah, so Dungeon Defenders has way too much boring loot that doesn't really do a whole lot of useful things, but you can at least get, like, just auto-filter it and auto-sell it, which is nice. I don't think Grim Dawn has too much of either. But the loot is a little bit more meaningful from what I saw in that game. Not overwhelmingly so. At least not early on, but I was finding a lot of, like, neat things, and I'm like, oh, this actually kind of is cool. This is something I want to use. What does this do? Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to equip that. Ah, skill loadout. Swap it in the oratory. Everything is fire. Why would you do this to me? Let's grab the checkpoint real quick. Well, that worked. Ow. That didn't work. No momentum. Now, here's the question. If I go back to this, does this respawn all of the... Oh, no. You only full heal the first time you pass one of those. Then you have to actually manually warp between areas, which respawns all the enemies. Boy, howdy. Too many guns. Ow. I guess I didn't have a charge. I might switch the charge out for something else. Depending. Excuse me, sirs. Please decease. Yeah, let's heal up a bit. I like loot filters that let you auto-sell based on pickup by setting a quality and a level option. Yeah! Very few games do that, but, like, oh boy, it would make life so much easier. Less of an issue with this game just because the quantity of loot. Well, I really just stepped into that one. Let's see, so that's a locked door there. The amount of loot I've run into so far in this game is fairly minor. Like, there is loot. There's a decent amount of it. There's a lot that I like kind of want to pay attention to and consider. I am unsure if I'm going to be able to get in there, unless that's actually how I get back. I see something that looks like a secret more than anything else. Okay, more dual daggers. Yeah. Well, the question is, are these dual daggers better? 14% chance to give 5 life on hit. Okay. So the question is, do I want the chance to stun and plague, or the heal on hit? And what I really want is a plague bow. It plagues enemies. Okay, got that. I'll give credit. Purples aren't terribly uncommon, as that is appreciated. Oh. No, so that's how we get out. But I couldn't jump that. So clearly, we either need to go up and over there, or we need some kind of, like, triple jump business. Or I'm just bad at the game, we'll figure it out. Let's go back and heal quick. And upgrade these daggers. Because there's a chance that I think there's supposed to be a chance that it upgrades the effect. And that might actually be a good idea. I was hoping we'd find a boss fight by this point. I'm assuming they're not in the game. Let's see. Let's go check. Do I have Aftershock as an ability? No, we do not. So that would be one of these later things. Well, seeing as I've got some extra stuff, we should probably take a look. So, chance to gain Leech. Chance to apply Plague. Let's probably do more on Leech. A little bit more attack speed isn't bad. Leech duration by 15%. That is okay. Is this a complete game where we can reach the foregone conclusion? Nope, actually it's completely incomplete. It's got a good base. The enemy variety is, I think, going to be, well, one of the more immediate things that will need to get switched around a bit. Or, switched around isn't quite the right word. But I'm only noticing like a handful of enemy types so far. And it would be neat to see a couple more sooner than later, just so it's not just musketeer, minigunner. I mean, we get a new soldier type every like couple of rounds. Rounds? Locations. Okay. Got anything? I don't know why I keep checking. Oh, there's two of them. Well then, I have a lot of ammo. Let's see. This looks like it. Hello. This is just mean. Who would design this? Okay. Well, HP is actually doing better. Having the just small chance to steal a smidge of HP goes a long way. I keep forgetting to upgrade this bow, don't I? Okay. Let's see. Switches down there. I actually have no idea what's up here. Oh, this is what I would have had to have gone through. If I hadn't... Wow, I couldn't even jump over that. Probably owing to the fact that I'm in water? Maybe. Either I just did that or I just didn't double jump well. I don't know. Yep, you're not dead. Human body. Feel good? Okay. Let's continuously, compulsively check this map. Look. Hollow Knight ruined me. That's all I can say. Right. I'd warped away. Do we go down? I don't know what we got down. But I always want to go every direction. So any unavoidable damage so far? Not really. A lot of the damage that I take is my own fault. I do feel like the dodge system is not quite as robust, but again, a lot of that has to do with the fact that oh, that was just glitching out. Yeah, okay. So water does prevent you from jumping. Let's see. Oh. Well, that's... sucks. Let's see. I think the main problem is just, like, you really have to come up against, you know, master classes in basic combat tightness. Like Dead Cells, when you make a game that's fairly similar, at least in a number of respects. I'm giving credit. Like, this really does stand on its own, but it is hard not to say, like, I like Dead Cells' dodging just a little bit better. I think a lot of it has to do with animation canceling and whatnot. So I guess you can't animation cancel that. Wait, no. You absolutely can animation cancel super well in Dead Cells, and maybe that's it. Then you can just be like, alright, this attack's going to fail. Dodge, and just, like, get the hell out of dodge. See, first time on the stream. Usually watch YouTube vids. Welcome. Yeah. You will find that the Twitch streams are very similar to the YouTube vids, as they are the same thing. Just one's on a slight time delay, because I have to edit things. I'm always shocked more streamers and YouTubers don't actually use this style. You'd think it would be, like, kind of a no-brainer thing. I know a couple of big streamers do this sort of stuff, but not a lot of, like, the mid-range guys. Like, I know Co-Carnage puts his stuff up on YouTube as, like, weird super LPs. Yeah, some don't even edit. You gotta edit, man. It's really the difference.